I think the audio input level should be at 8.
We're almost at go. 10 seconds.
Catch you on the flap side.
80 cell phone check.
6, 5,
Go to black.
4, 3.
7 WEOB, The Asylum.
Hey, I'm Cookie, and if you want to add a twist to your drinking water, squeeze a lime or cucumber slice into it. Just you? Great. Looks like I'll have to do all the heavy lifting. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
Mee-Ow, Inappropriate Cat Accessories. Because your cat has pissed you off for the last time.
Okay, let's begin. First on the docket, that angel wears too much eyeliner. How would illusionist Chris Angel perform a vanishing hat trick? He'd vanish 3 times. In sports such as hockey, a hat trick is when a player scores 3 times in one game. But if he just vanished once and for all, that'd be fine. Up next, I have a degree in geography. You ever seen these things the contestants have to eat on Survivor or Amazing Race? I mean, do they realize when they eat those live beetles and spiders, they're eating the poop in their intestines too? I would never eat a live beetle or spider, unless I was assured it had just been given an enema. Anyway, which potential Amazing Race food challenge includes a food named after its country of origin? German chocolate cake-fed maggots, french fries and bull's testicles, toenails marinated in Russian dressing, or intestine with a side of Turkish delight? That's gross, but have you ever tried maggots fed on angel food cake? Don't knock it, it's pretty good. Smart people choose this. Turkish Delight, the sweet confection, originated in Turkey. But Turkey originated in America. You can tell because when you eat one, it tastes like freedom. Why not try the Jerry Orchard? And it's a this or dat. I'm going to read off 7 titles. For each one, I want to know if it's a play by Anton Chekhov or an episode of Seinfeld. If it's Chekhov, press the square button. If it's Seinfeld, press your circle button. Right answers will get you $300. But answer wrong and it will be worse than the series finale of Seinfeld. Let's have 30 seconds on the clock. Okay, we're off. The Cherry Orchard, the Chinese restaurant, the Maestro, the wedding, the contest, the seagull, the virgin. Decent. I'd say you're George Smart. Not Jerry or Elaine Smart, but you know, smarter than Kramer. My favorite Seinfeld episode was the one where Kramer concocted that outrageous plan and George kept having bad things happen to him over and over. Oh, that was a good one. Hey. Coming up, from the makers of Infant Mortality Rate, Travel Edition. If the board game Life released different versions based on the average life expectancy in various countries, which of these editions would make for the shortest game? Life America Edition, Life the United Kingdom Edition, Life Italy Edition, or Life Japan Edition? The penalty is no different, but so you know, this is the worst answer you could have picked. Why didn't you pick this? At roughly 78 years, the CIA World Factbook ranks the USA around 50th in world life expectancy, lower than the UK, Italy, or Japan. Of course, in the game of life, if you get married, buy a house, and have children, you'll feel like you're dead at around age 30.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
Here's a good one. Let's party till the credits roll. If Bradley Cooper's character in The Hangover held the occupation of a Cooper, what would he have said at the start of the movie? Dudes, get ready for a crazy night of cheese making. We're gonna forge steel till the sun comes up. Guys, let's just sit around and blow glass all night. Or, tonight we're gonna make so many barrels. A Cooper is somebody who builds and repairs barrels for a living. I actually would have preferred it if there were some sort of barrel for that scene where the naked guy jumps out of the trunk. Any sort of barrel blocking the view. A pickle barrel might have been appropriate. That's the end of a thrilling first round. And you've got a pretty nice score. It's a shame there's nobody here to share it with. Keep in mind, all the prizes are doubled in round 2. And don't forget, big cash prizes can be yours if you find the wrong answer of the game. Now get out there and make me proud. Here's one for you. Burnt to smithereens. What might employees of The Simpsons' Mr. Burns call him if a fire destroyed his epidermis, dermis, and some underlying tissue and muscle? C. Montgomery first-degree burns, C. Montgomery second-degree burns, C. Montgomery third-degree burns, or C. Montgomery fourth-degree burns? Oh, honestly. A fourth-degree burn involves the destruction of the dermis and epidermis as well as damage to the underlying tissue, muscle, or bone. I can imagine how difficult it must be to locate yellow skin grafts. Maybe from Regis Philbin. Well, he's more of an orange. May I introduce... Gentlemen like to be solicited. Which literary gentleman might receive a direct mailer for a gentleman's club if the mailer were sent to the Pemberley estate? Rhett Butler or current love interest? Mr. Darcy or current male protagonist? Here's what a right answer looks like. Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy, the male protagonist in Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, lived at Pemberley. Did they even have gentlemen's clubs in 1800s London? Kindly remove your outer garments. Now would you please take off your foundation garments? Yes, quite lovely. Heathcliff? Well, the cat's out of the bag. And so is its riding gear. You want a cat saddle from our sponsor, Mee-Ow, Inappropriate Cat Accessories. If your cat could thank you, it probably wouldn't. Today's wrong answer of the game brings you an extra $8,000. Surprise.
Plucking chickens picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
Coming up next, pick a number, any number. Which TV show was on the air for more seasons than the number in its title? 6 Feet Under, Seventh Heaven, John and Kate Plus 8, or 24? Six Feet Under was only on for 5 seasons before it was buried, but the funeral services were very well done, very classy. Oh yes, very well done. Want to see the right answer? Seventh Heaven ran for 11 seasons. And speaking of heaven, those 11 seasons really felt like an eternity.
Rolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me, I'm not nice.
Take a stab at Stir Friday Nights. Most Chinese restaurants these days advertise that they don't use MSG. It's so annoying. I had to drive all over the place last night just to find a place that'll give me dangerous doses of delicious sodium. Which reminds me, I still need to read my fortune cookie.
Cookie, fortune with cookie messages.
Okay, here we go. When life gives you apple slices, take the largest piece. Hey, how did they know I was going to be moving to New York City? Well, if that's the case, which piece of the Big Apple should I move to? The Queens slice, the Brooklyn slice, the Manhattan slice, or the Staten Island slice? The largest borough by area is Queens. My female friends who live in New York told me that if I ever moved near them, I would totally be the Samantha of the group. I have no idea what that means.
Hold me, never let me go.
And on its way, who got feces on the space bar? If a room full of chimps on typewriters managed to collectively type one actual word every week, what could they conceivably write in 1 year? The Pledge of Allegiance, the preamble to the U.S. Constitution, the Gettysburg Address, or the lyrics to Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up? Only 31 words in the pledge. Those chimps could crank that out in under 8 months. Now pay attention. The preamble is 52 words long, so the chimps could write it in a year at 1 word a week. Of course, instead of signing it, they'd smear it with their own feces, just like Ben Franklin. Brace yourself for the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press the X button. 4,000 big ones if you're right, but if you're wrong, you lose 4,000. But keep this in mind.
Remember the clue.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Who's in charge of our town? You may or may not do well on this one. Good luck. There it is! Well, that was something, I guess. You're not exactly Ken Jennings, but then again, I'm not sure you're smart enough to know who Ken Jennings is.